Let me begin by welcoming everybody to the first of 3 athletic awards ceremonies for the 2021-2022 school year. What a difference a year makes. For a statistical reference, in the fall of 2020, VES participated in 6 soccer matches, 4 cross-country meets, 1 tennis match, no volleyball games, no field hockey games. Football was moved to February and March, and they played 3 games for an overall total of 14 athletic contests for our fall teams in 2020. In the 2021 fall season, VES participated in 62 regular season varsity and JV contests. We participated in 11 conference tournament contests and 5 state playoff contests. The return to practice and competition brought with it an amazing level of success, not just with the records of our various programs, but also the emotional and psychological benefits of returning to a sense of normalcy. VES felt like a school again. This fall, all of our varsity programs made it to the semifinals of our conference tournaments. 3 advanced to the conference championship contests. 2 varsity tennis and boys cross country came home with conference championships. And field hockey, after having an undefeated conference season, finished 2nd in the conference championship game after playing to a tie in regulation, overtime, 5 rounds of penalties before falling in sudden victory penalties. Our football team finished 1st in their division and finished runner-up in the state championship game. Let's give a nice round of applause to the success. VES also had a great deal of success when it came to naming student athletes to the 1st or 2nd all-conference VIC and BRC tournament. If I call your name, please come down along the front here, and we will recognize our all-conference student athletes. In the VIC for soccer, Matt Gates, first team all-conference. Second team, all-conference VIC soccer, Mark Thomas. Second team, all VIC soccer, Taeyin Kim. Second team, VIC soccer, Alvaro Vaquero Menendez. First team, all VIC cross country, Thomas Fenton. First team, all VIC cross country, Ryan Locker. First team, all VIC cross country, David Herbert. First team, all BRC, or second team, excuse me, all BRC volleyball, Emma Bell. Second team, all BRC volleyball, Virginia Hagan. First team, all BRC field hockey, Caroline Carrington. First team, all BRC field hockey, Louise Sprunk. First team, all BRC field hockey, Ella McNeely. First team, all BRC tennis, Hannah Say. Second team, all BRC tennis, Lily Lewis. And I don't think she's with us this evening, but second team, all BRC tennis, Sierra Lewis. And if I could have Coach Rem and Coach Bright please come down as well. Recognize our students who have made first or second team all-conference, but Coach Bright was the VIC boys cross-country coach of the year, and Coach Rem, the BRC tennis coach of the year. Thank you, athletes and coaches. If you would return to your seats, please. And if I could have Blair Gill and Colin Walsh come down to the stage. The Virginia Independent School Athletic Association recognizes 6 sports in the fall season that are recognized by state championships and first team or second team all state representatives. Those sports are tennis, cross country, football, field hockey, soccer, and volleyball. VES is proud to acknowledge that VES student athletes have been recognized as being the best at their sport, not only in our conferences, but also at the state level. Blair Gill was, or is, the 2021 BRC Tennis Player of the Year. As a freshman, Blair posted a 14-0 individual record and a 13-1 doubles record. Blair defeated the #1 players from the number 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6th ranked Division II schools in the state, as well as every other conference opponent and non-conference team that they played. On Wednesday, yesterday, Blair was recognized by the state for her accomplishments and was named the State Division II Player of the Year. Colin Walsh is the VIC Runner of the Year. As a senior, Colin continued the dominance of VES in cross country. He began winning the VIC Conference Championship by 42 seconds over the second place finishing. The following weekend, Colin competed in the VISA State Championship, where he finished first in the Division II Championship by 2 seconds over the second place finish. As a result of his accomplishments, Colin was named the State Runner of the Year in Division II cross country. Return to your seats. Thank you. Personally, I would like to say that it was wonderful watching our talented new students take to the fields and courts this fall, and how easily they blended their talents with our returning students. Meeting in the field house, maybe once or twice a week for COVID testing, and regardless of seeing how many swabs these students were going to have to swirl around their nose, it didn't matter. They were going to get to play. Meeting new parents and grandparents at our athletic events and witnessing the enthusiasm they displayed in watching their children getting the opportunity to play once again or for the first time. Coach Rem, for the dedication to the largest program on campus this fall and your steady leadership in guiding the tennis team to one of the best performances in school history. Coach Bright, for once again getting the best from the cross-country runners, as indicated by the PRs that occurred from our runners at the state meet, and seeing the number of participants in the program continuing to grow. Coach Urick, for taking a young and talented team and having the patience to let them struggle early and then having them play their best to their ability at the end of the season. The field hockey triumvirate of coaches Alford, Nealis, and Battle, who jumped in to split responsibilities in coaching the field hockey team and leading them to an undefeated conference record and a spot in the conference championship game. And to Coach Nealis, who probably wrote the best weekend parent communication letters that I have read in many years. To Coach Porter, new to the VES athletic program. He began camp in August with 13 boys, finished the season with 24, and guided the team to the state championship game, all while instilling in the team the pillars of sportsmanship, responsibility, and community. Coach Jones, returning to the sidelines for the first time in over a year, quickly brought the team together in the family-style atmosphere she strives to create, synonymous with the team motto, arrive as players, leave as family. To our JV coaches, who may have the most difficult job of any coach on campus. And to Mr. Winston and his new assistant, Harrison Irby. For the constant attention to the needs of our athletes and having them ready to play. The athletic department would like to thank our wonderful parents for not only attending contests both home and away, but for providing the snacks and drink and support and encouragement to our teams as they traveled. And to the VES students who made playing contests at VES special with their enthusiastic support of their roommates, classmates, teammates, and friends. And to Oakwood Country Club, Boonesboro Country Club, E.C. Glass High School, and Randolph College from the tennis team, we thank you. And now to celebrate our individual teams and their school awards.
9 inches.
Set, hit!
Oh, that's butter.
Try club rip. We've only been working push pull.
Don't just be scary.
Would like to thank Ms. Hannah Deloach for putting that together for us. It was also brought to my attention that we have 2 more first team all-conference recipients. I did not get all of the BRC teams. So if Lily McKee and Anna Brown would come out. She's not here this evening, that Sierra Lewis was named 2nd team All-State in tennis. This state soccer All-State teams will probably come out Sunday evening, and I'm not sure Coach Porter yet if we've been contacted about when the football All-State teams after break will be announced, but we're sure that we take the opportunity to recognize any of our student athletes who would become part of that team. All right, and now what we're here for, to recognize our individual team award winners.
Varsity volleyball team. And the 2021 girls cross-country team was a combination of new faces, familiar ones, and the same purpose, to run for fun. PRs in our best in the championship races of October and November, captained by Lily McKee and Delaney Bright, the team met their goals, finished the dual meet portion of the season undefeated, and enjoyed remarkable days of the conference and all-state meets, finishing 2nd and 7th respectively. Finishing the season with all conference honors were freshmen Anna Brown and junior Lily McKee. With the bulk of the squad returning for the 2022 season, there's so much to be excited about for the future of girls cross country at BS. And for 4 years straight, the boys cross country team captured the BIC conference title, posted a strong finish at the state meet, placing 3rd as a team, and finished the dual meet portion of the season undefeated. Captained by Joshua Schindler and Ryan Locker and Colin Walsh. The 2021 team features some of the characters and commitment. Joshua Schindler, Colin Walsh, Thomas Fenton, David Herbert, and Ryan Locker were selected as members of the 2021 All-Conference team, and Colin Walsh was named the 2021 VISAA All-State team. With a strong core of the team returning next year, we are excited for the future of the team, thankful for the leadership provided by the senior class, and eager to face challenges that lay ahead. Please join me in welcoming the head cross-country coach, Chris Wright, to the podium.
All right, thank you. That was great. We'll start with our most improved runner, and I think what we'll do is just cycle boys and girls. I think we'll just do it that way. Most improved runner award first on the boys team. Porter Stan's journey as a high school runner started on the Blackwater Creek Trail in August for preseason practices and running a 25-minute 5K in September. His first season as a high school runner ended representing VES at the state meet, running a time of 20 minutes and 29 seconds in November. This is a remarkable amount of improvement, and equally remarkable is his character, the way in which he embraces challenges, and the value he adds to the team. Congratulations, Porter.
announce the most improved runner for the girls and them team. And this runner is a freshman, and I am honored to be her advisor. So I'm so excited to be able to announce that our most improved runner this season is Frances Benton. So, first of all, if you know Frances at all, she's got an unbelievable, amazing work ethic. So, she's not going to let anything stop her from getting to the top. And there's no doubt she'll be all state up here in a couple of years, too. The big thing is she took 4.5 minutes off of her 5K from the start of the season to the end. And even in the last 2 meets from the conference to the state, she took 31 seconds off, which is a really long time. So congratulations to both Porter and Frances, most improved runners.
All right, we'll move on to the Coaches Awards. Boys Team Coaches Award goes to David Herbert. David is someone who showed we could count on him throughout the grind of the cross-country season. That is no small task, and it should not go unnoticed. Running is not easy, and it's easy to fold beneath the difficulty of it. We talked a lot about this throughout the year. Our goal for the team was for everyone to be a positive contributor each day. This is nearly impossible. But David Herbert did an excellent job of that, which is why he's recipient of the Captain's Award. The Coach's Award.
Our next award for the Coaches Award for our girls cross country team goes to a runner who I heard maybe speak 10 words the entire year. But what she did every day, coming to practice, doing workouts, and showing up to races spoke more than anything she could have said. Anna Brown. Our next award is the Captain's Award, which goes to Ryan Locker. After an excellent 2021 spring track season, Ryan Locker decided to throw his name into the distance running hat, and we are glad he did. He possesses the intangibles of grit, coachability, and he looks for all the ways to improve, including the hours outside of practice. Moreover, he was a member of the pack of runners that contributed to our success at the championship races, and more importantly, he is a friend to many on the team and makes those around him better.
I get the honor of announcing the other Captain's Award, and this girl pushes people like you would not believe. She's an incredible athlete, and I'm going to tell you it's Lily. Sometimes people can be negative, oh, I don't feel like doing this. She pushes you, she'll get you to run faster as much as even if you don't want to. She gets along with everybody, and she is an awesome captain. I think that you all would agree. She's really a great motivator to everybody, and she did a great job this season. All right, so we're to the Most Valuable Runner Award. We have 2 of them. And I get the pleasure of, well, first of all, I looked up the word valuable on Google, and it says having qualities worthy of respect, admiration, or esteem. And there's really almost no one on this campus that embodies this more than Miss Delaney Bright. such a role model. Every day, she works on improving herself and motivating others to improve. She keeps her head up, you know, if there's been setbacks, she keeps her head up and literally keeps running forward. She never stops, and all summer long she was training. She's just an incredible role model. I know to me, I hope one day to be a runner like Delaney. But anyway, congratulations to Delaney.
This is our last award, most valuable on the boys team, and this award goes to Colin Walsh. There's so much. There's so much to say about Colin Walsh, and the words come easily. The definition of a valuable teammate is a teammate that makes others better. And this is one of the first things that any of his teammates would say about him. Follow Colin, do what he does, and you'll get better. Follow him in practice, and you will end up on a trail headed to who knows where, or sitting in a mountain stream at the end of a run. The joy he brings to the team each day is as valuable as his low stick in a race. He is our conference and state champ, Colin Walsh.
volleyball team. VES describes the field hockey program as excellent for balancing the skills of experienced players with the enthusiasm of eager beginners. This year, the VES field hockey team embodied just that by having a young team and welcoming fresh talent. After last year, it was amazing to see this team come together and be competitive again. Their overall record finishing at 8-4, 9-5 if you include the win over the boys football team, and ending conference 6-1. Their field hockey coaches are beyond proud of this team and cannot wait for next season. All in, all out, all together. Please join me in welcoming head field hockey coaches, Miss Alford, Dr. Nayless, and Miss Ballard to the podium.
Hi. I'm Miss Alford. The first awards I would like to give out tonight are to my most improved players. The first one goes to the most improved defensive player. This player has made tremendous strides in her ability as a field hockey player, having never set foot on a field hockey field, much less never dressed out in field hockey goalie gear before. This player racked up 54 seasons and 54 goals saved in 10 games, ending the season with 3 shutouts. Carol Ann, I can't wait to see you continue to go.
For the most improved offensive player, and again, we are recognizing a new to field hockey, which is like one of the awesome things about our program. These, again, are really tough because all of our new to field hockey players this year made such amazing progress, and we're so excited for what they're going to bring to the team next year. We've got lots of big shoes to fill. But this player, again, had never picked up a field hockey stick before, and I'll just go speak by myself. And throughout the year, just continued to bring it, got over any apprehension and just built her skills week in, week in, week. Finished one of our last practices with rocking a reverse shot into goal, which is like really hard to do. We actually only introduced it to the skill like last year to our team. So we're happy to recognize Annabelle Ham.
I'm going to read our first MVP award. These awards are tough because everyone on this team has been a very valuable member and player. But the most valuable offensive player is someone who, for 4 years, has given her all to this sport, showing her coaches and teammates that she has what it takes to be a leader. In the 2021 season, this player led us in goals scored with a total of 13 goals for the Bishops. So Louise Brunt is this week's most valuable. Alright, I'm also going to do the MVP for defense while I'm up here. So, this player has shown consistent growth over the past 4 years. I only got to see her play this year, of course. But even as a freshman, never playing field hockey before and becoming one of our most vital defensive players, whenever the ball crossed our 50, we could always count on Jane Sanders to swoop in and save the day. Most valuable defense, Jane Sanders.
Last but absolutely, possibly not least, we are awarding the Mary B. Spencer Coaches Award to a player who was not new to field hockey when she came to us, but came into us later in her high school career. And ever since the day since when she showed up, she was always bringing it with her quiet leadership, but her hard work ethic and just her positive encouragement for everybody and her love of the game. And we are so happy to award this to Ella McNeely. Thank you, fans, and go Miss Bears.
Excuse my hustle. Hello, my name is Ryan Locker, and I am a member of cross-country team. What a football season. Last fall, I know VS didn't play. My previous school didn't play either, so it was an amazing feeling to be able to play a full season. We showed up early for camp on August 18th and started with 14 players. With the new coaching stuff and all of us new to 8-man, I don't think anyone knew what to expect. We started off the season strong with 3 convincing wins. In those 3 wins combined, we scored 144 points and only gave up 20 points. Our first loss came against a pretty good blessed Sacramento team, who went on to win the Division II state championship. At the midpoint of the season, we added 5 players, which really helped us improve in all 3 phases of the game. After one regular season loss, we finished the season on a 4-game winning streak, which showed our ability to bounce back. Although we dealt with some injuries to key players, others stepped up to the plate, which is a sign of a strong team. We finished the season the #1 seed in Division I. This set us up for a rematch with Greenbrier Christian Academy in the Division I state championship. Unfortunately, we did not get the outcome that we wanted. The rest of the staff and I are extremely proud of each and every person in the program, including you, Will, Maddie, and Ella. Will, I heard great things about you from Coach Nicholson, and you didn't disappoint. To our 4 seniors players, Danny, David, Eli, and Luke, thank you for all you did this season, but most importantly, thank you for showing up, showing our underclassmen what it means to work hard and be selfless. I love you guys, and never forget, how you do anything is how you do everything. Now please join me in welcoming head football coach Matt Porter to the podium.
So the first award is most improved. So this kid came in, we were very unsure where he was going to play on the field, and ended up turning into a very good receiver for us, and even gave us something on the defensive side of the ball as well. We're extremely proud of you, and can't wait to see what you do next year. Most improved, Evan Moy. Next award we're going to give it is Offensive Player of the Year. So coming into the season, like was said in the speech, coach and staff didn't really know what to expect. And there was one position I was extremely nervous about because it's probably one of the most important positions on the team. But this kid came out, first year of football, and did everything we asked him for. He was a leader and even turned into a pretty good quarterback. Despite him not really having any speed, he stepped up to the plate. But David Bassnight, Offensive Player of the Year. Next award is Defensive Player of the Year. So this was a kid who came to preseason a little bit late, but from the first day he stepped out there, he set the tone. He was somebody that wanted to compete. Football is not his first sport, but every single day he came to work. Despite him having a lot of injuries, he stepped up and played multiple positions on the field for us on the defense side of the ball. Defensive Player of the Year, Will Harris. And last but not least, the most valuable player. If you were to ask the coaching staff after our first game what we were going to expect going forward, we were all unsure. We had high expectations for this kid going into the season and in preseason, but every single week he improved. Every single week he stepped up, played multiple positions on the field, did whatever we asked of him. We're excited again to see what he's going to be able to do next year. MVP, Dwayne Wright. And last but not least, can I have the 4 seniors come to the stage, please? Or the other 3. They're not getting an award, but I want to call all the seniors on the stage because I wanted to say thank you on behalf of the entire coaching staff. As a first-year head coach, I couldn't ask for 4 better seniors to lead this team. So I just wanted to personally thank all of you, tell you guys I love you, and we're going to finish the job for you guys next year.
I wanted to take a quick measure. If you'll look at the screen up there, you also see that Danny Staggers and Elijah Noble were selected to play in what we hope is going to become in the 8-Man Football League a new and wonderful tradition, which will be an all-star game between the North Carolina 8-Man Football League and the Virginia 8-Man Football League. Danny and Elijah were selected by the coaching staff and approved by the conference. So while they won't be able to actually play in this game, it's next weekend at Dinwiddie, they will receive and get to keep the game jerseys that they would have gotten had they gone to play. So when we're back from break, I should have those, and we'll make a nice presentation of that for you guys.
Hello, my name is I'm a member of the cross country team. We're playing at full strength, playing with 0 subs. We're playing 9v11 for an entire match. The JV boys soccer team gave everything they had every time they stepped on the pitch. Highlights of the season had to be the final 2 games. Away at Norcross, the defense held strong, logging their only shutout of the year, and Charles Thomas scored the lone goal to win 1-0. At home to Blue Ridge, with a good crowd cheering from the hill, the boys fought off the pressure of letting the equalizing goal after halftime and ended up winning 2-1 with Ethan Tevin scoring an Olympico, a goal directly from a corner kick. The future is bright for the boys soccer program. Please join me in welcoming head JV boys soccer coach Aaron Stroud to the podium.
Thank you, Kiki, as always. All right, let's see. Where should we start? Let's go out of order, and I'm not going to give varsity awards away. I will go with the MVP for offense this year. This player has already been mentioned. He led us in goals scored. He probably led us in assists, and for the first time that I've ever seen, he drew 3 penalty kicks in one game. So this one goes out to Ethan Tevin. MVP of our defense. This one, along with his center back mate, played every single minute of every game that we had. So they both held it down. Bo Browder is going to be our MVP. I will be remiss without naming Nathan Pickard as his partner in center back, who was also a stalwart, and as we said, they got a shutout there at the end of the game, at the end of the year against North Cross, which was impressive. Most improved this year. This person did not even start out playing the position that he finished the year in, which is goalie. Luke Urich. Like I said, he started out as a field player, and I've always known him as a field player, a great, really hard worker, but he came out and he showed up when we needed him most. We needed someone between the sticks, and he showed up and he played well. And Case, where are you? You better watch out. On the varsity level. And last but not least, the Coaches Award. I think this could go to the team award for every single day, showing up to practice with a smile on his face, showing up, wanting to play, wanting to know what we were doing, and really, especially when we didn't even have games at the end of the year, he came to practice and he wanted to play. He wanted to have fun. Jason Lynn. cheeky little back heel against Hargrave. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sims Probst, and I'm a proud member of the VS football team. I have the distinct pleasure of giving VS varsity soccer. The key word to varsity soccer season at VS is progress. The team was catapulted into a season before they were truly ready. The trip to Mercersburg in order to play Scotland Prep was a rude awakening. The results that came through the first 3 games represented where we were at that moment, not where we would end up. Despite the poor record, we found our confidence in the oddest of places, a defeat to a far better team, Woodbury Forest. Did not completely dismantle us, and as our captain said, we have not scored against Woodbury since I've been here. Through that lone spark, we were able to build a small flame that took the eventual state champion, Northcross, to the wild again. The flame built into a fire as we dismantled the other teams of our conference, and competed well against a larger school in the conference tournament. We lost again to Northcross. Our turnaround was noticeable enough that the state tournament committee ranked us 12th. Our season ended on a long trip to Norfolk, but the concept of progress was well established. Through a season of slow methodical progress, we have created a foundation on which we can build for season to come. Please welcome to the stand, Coach Yerrick.
As the varsity soccer players know pretty well, I'm a huge proponent of teams. So when we do things like all conference and everything like that, I don't feel like it's my place ever to preach team for an entire season and then tell players that they're better than their teammates or something along those lines. So these awards, although they're coming from us, to a certain extent were chosen by the players. The one that unfortunately I have no choice but to make a choice on is the Coaches Award, which has to come directly from the coaches. So this particular player, when we started the season, I had no anticipation whatsoever that they were going to end up doing exactly what they did, which was be the rock of our defense in the goal. I actually had no anticipation that Case Irby was going to be our starter. Despite the fact that I had no anticipation that it was going to happen, he actually exceeded my expectations because of the fact that he was willing to be a selfless worker throughout the entire season and was always trying to get better, even down to the last game. The second award is the Bishop Award, which is a combination of kind of the Coaches Award, but also with a reliability factor for showing up and being a part of the team, etc., which is Sawyer Tatum. Sawyer was one of our captains this year, and despite the fact that he is not a vocal leader, he is a leader through his actions, and on a regular basis took on roles that he particularly didn't feel comfortable being in. I always knew him as a midfielder or something, but when we needed a center back, he stepped up really, really well. This player, I actually knew him as a football player before this, but he is a self-proclaimed MVP on several teams, and we're going to name him as the most improved player of the season, Xavier Lynn. As I said, we did voting for the All-Conference Awards, and despite the fact that Xavier is in his in theory, first year of varsity soccer, he actually got a few votes from his teammates for actual awards in the conference. Defensive Player of the Year, this one should be no real surprise because of the fact that Matt Gates was the absolute rock of our defense, 100%. We were dependent upon him. He is a first-team all-conference player, and he has been nominated for the all-state team, which we, as Coach Lake said, should find out within the week whether or not he got it. The next is Offensive Player of the Year, which again, that is the very expensive jersey that Mac has bought for himself. By ripping it after a loss. Was it after the game or was it during? It was during the game. He ripped that shirt, which he has now bought, which unfortunately is going to probably cost twice what it did the first time. But anyway, our Offensive Player of the Year, again, selected by his teammates because of the fact that he gained the most votes out of any of our offensive players. Coach Barrios and I, on a regular basis, asked if we could somehow figure out how to clone this player because we would love to put 2 or 3 more of him to scare the bejesus out of defenses. That's Tae-In Kim. Tae-In regularly scared the bejesus out of defenders by just absolutely torching them, sure, and if we could just get him a left foot, he'd be even more dangerous. And then, again, due to the votes from his teammates, our most valuable player was Matt Gates. Cannot really ask for a better example, and I'm a huge proponent of leaders who talk less and do more, and Mac was always one of those players who put out everything that he could for his team, going so far as to rip the shirt, which was probably unnecessary. But absolutely, I never had to worry about whether or not Mac was going to be fully invested in a game. So, your 2021 soccer awards.
Talk to you about JV tennis. This year's JV tennis team had a wealth of very talented players. However, many of these players did not get to play any matches at all last season due to the pandemic, and others were new to VES and high school tennis. In light of this, our goals for the season were to challenge these players to improve their overall games and to get as much experience as possible. We traveled 12 players to each match, 6 for singles and 6 for doubles. Almost every player had the opportunity to play both singles and doubles in a real match during the season. Win or lose, they played good tennis and had a great time. This experience will serve all these players well, as many of them will challenge for spots on the varsity team next year. The future of tennis at VES is very bright. Now please join me in welcoming Coach Chad Hannon.
If I could, I would like to ask Amanda Cudd, Nikita Prabhu, and Jana Yan to join me up here on the stage, please. A lot of what we do in tennis, we do together. And so I thought maybe we'd all like to be up here together instead of separately. That's okay. So our first award is the Coaches Award, which is like every other Coaches Award, the coaches get to pick. And this player was involved in several really challenging matches, showed a great amount of grit, determination, grace, and class in those matches, and really just was an exemplary player day in and day out. So this year's Coaches Award goes to Amanda Cudd. And the next two awards were voted on by the team, and they did a great job of voting. I agree with them completely. Our most improved player, tennis, you can't hide, especially if you're playing singles. You hit the ball every time that it comes over the net, hopefully. And so it's really easy to see improvement. And this player, just think about halfway through the season, I told Coach Graham, I'm like, wow, she has gotten so much better. And it was just fun to watch her play her best tennis at the end of the season. This year's most improved tennis player goes to Jana Yan. And although we could have had several players that won our most valuable player award, the players themselves have spoken. Nikita was fabulous for us, played serious matches, both singles and doubles, and was just an example every day in practice of good work ethic and just being a great teammate. So this year's MVP is Nikita Prabhu.
And I'm a member of the cross-country team. Today I'm going to be talking about the varsity girls tennis. Hustle hard and support your friends has been the tennis motto for the last 3 years. It was so magical to see these girls embody the spirit of this phrase this season. The chemistry on the team was magical. The tennis courts were a happy place for the team, too, because of the support the players gave each other along with their evident love of the game. The varsity girls started the season very strong, beating our first 3 opponents 9-0, 10-0 if you count the exhibition matches. The team then faced a series of 3 tough teams 3 days in a row. One of the mottos of the team is that we either win or we learn. So the first two games the team lost to tough opponents were taken as opportunities to learn. The third game, the team beat Cape Henry, demonstrating fortitude and a learning mindset. 1 week later, the team came back and defeated one of the teams they had lost to 6-3. From there, the team continued to roll. The team defeated Chatham Hall 9-0 in the conference playoffs. That's embarrassing to them. They then went on to beat Northcross 6-3 to clinch the conference championships. The season did not end there. The Bishops, who were ranked number 3 in the state, went on to play against Seton Hall in state playoffs, defeating them 6-3. The Bishops then went on to play Nansman, Suffolk Academy in the state semifinals. In a hard-fought, nail-biting match, the Bishops ended up losing 4-5. But they did not go down without a fight and without lots of cheering and support from their teammates. This team has had great leadership from their seniors on the team this year. We have a lot of young players and our future is bright. Please welcome to the stage the wonderful coach, Mrs. Ram.
Without taking the opportunity to tell a tennis joke, so I'm so sorry, but if you've been here, you've already heard it, but why is it not a good idea to date a tennis player? Love means nothing in tennis, and I've been thinking a lot about this. Oh yeah, sorry, you guys can laugh. Thank you. I've been thinking a lot about this, the idea that love means nothing in tennis, and I've decided I don't really disagree. I think love is more of an opportunity. It feels really good when you're the one up and you get to say something love, like 40 love. That's a really good feeling. And that creates a lot of real love in my heart when that happens. Also, if you're down, it's still an opportunity to win. It means you're still in the game. And then the other thing is my favorite thing to do, actually, I love when I lose the first game. Not that I would intentionally ever do that, but then I get to say, love one, love all. And if you get to play like old lady tennis like I do, middle-aged lady tennis, there's a lot of need for us to give each other commands, to love each other, because we're not always the nicest to each other. So all of that to say that there's so much love on this team, and it means everything in life. And I have enjoyed coaching this team so much, and I really want to thank all of the girls in the program, JV and varsity. Every day was so fun to show up. I know all 4 coaches agree with that. Also wanted to just give a quick shout out to Coach Barber. I've learned so much about tennis from him and have really enjoyed coaching with him. Thanks to Coach Lake, who's been like our #1 fan. He even came down to Virginia Beach to watch us. Thanks to Coach Hanning and Coach Foster for their support. And also thank you to the admin who's come to many of our games off campus. So really appreciate all of y'all. Now onto this, I'm going to follow Coach Hanning's lead, which is just always a wise thing to do, and ask Blair Gill, Hannah Say, Lily Lewis, and Elle Langley to come up to the stage, please. Oh my gosh, and while they come up, I cannot believe I forgot to thank Boost Grimwall, our manager extraordinaire. We couldn't have done it without him. So, thank you. While every point on the court counts the same, whether it's from the #1 player or the #6 player, this player is undisputably the MVP for being 14-0 in singles and 13-1 in doubles, and basically just making all of us better players by getting out there every day and hitting hard. And she also went home after practice to take usually like 2 more hours of lessons. So I think it's no surprise to anybody that this award goes to Blair Gill. The first Coaches Award goes to Hannah Say. One thing I want to say about Hannah and Blair is it's so cute because they, look at them, they're freshmen and they're so cute, and they get out there in the court and I think their opponents are just like, yes. And then all of a sudden they start playing tennis and then their opponents are like, how did we just get beat 8-0 by some freshmen? And it's a beautiful thing to see because they hit the ball really hard. But Hannah always brought the energy every single day to practice, and Hannah is the energy of our team, and we all loved coaching her, and we also loved, I know all her teammates loved playing with her. So, yes, Hannah. Our most improved player goes to Elle Langley. When Elle came in as a freshman last year, I knew we weren't going to get to put her in JV games to have her compete, but I did encourage her to keep playing because I knew she was going to be a contributor to our team, and she did. She played all summer at camp, and it was evident in her play. And each game she played, she got better. And she took a lot of Coach Barber's advice and just become a mentally stronger player. And then I wanted to save this last award for last. Lily Lewis is our Coach's Award. That's why I wanted to save it for last. Lily has, all 3 years as varsity coach, Lily has been on the team. Lily is a fantastic player, but even more than that, Lily is a leader. She always, like any leader, gets out there and works hard, but she also puts her teammates first. She'll be the first one to pick up balls, the first one to bring things to the bus, the last one on the bus, picking up trash and telling her teammates to do the same. And, you know, that's a bishop. So, Lily, the program is really going to miss you. We're going to miss the other 3 seniors. We're going to miss Kate, B, and Walker, and Bukes. And, but we're going to miss your leadership next year, but we're still ring chasing, so we'll get them for you.
Max Flyman, and I'm a proud member of the VES cross country team. The JV volleyball team finished the season with a 3-3 record and a 3rd seed in the BRC JV volleyball tournament. JV volleyball is all about preparing players for the next level of competition. With 25 girls on the team, finding creative ways and time to do this can seem difficult. The girls came to practice each day with a never-ending level of enthusiasm and a desire to improve. While some may choose to move on from the sport, others will strive to make the varsity team. But all will be able to look in the mirror and say that they have improved significantly from the beginning of the year. It is my proud honor and privilege to introduce Coach Alex Ryder.
Okay, so coaching JV volleyball for me is both, it's a love and hate relationship. I love it because I get to coach all of these wonderful girls, but I hate it because it's my job to make sure that they never come back to my team and that they eventually end up with Coach Jones on the varsity team. So it's super happy and super sad all at the same time, so it's tough. We're going to kick it off with our most valuable player, and again, we've spoken a little bit about the ideas of what value means to a sport, and the questions always arise, is it that player that on the court is clearly the best or clearly the most impactful in that moment, or is it that player in your team that without the team sort of falls apart, that glue player? This idea is always a struggle, but this year, this player is one who, whether hurt or kicking posts because she's angry at mom and dad for something, served bullets to the other team that were nearly unreturnable, and I'm pretty certain won't be back with my team next year. My fingers are crossed because I would love to have her serve back. But Katie Bloom, keep being back. Keep bringing your intensity to every game you play. JV volleyball is also harder to judge improvement because a great deal of my players come having never played the sport or having played very little, like maybe middle school gym class. So we get a lot of improvement over a long time, and 0 to 1 is as much improvement as 12 to 13 on a scale. This year, this quiet, maybe not the quietest on our team, but really close, this quiet player came in having played very little volleyball, and by the end of the season, was a contributing member and a wonderful, wonderful person and teammate, Catherine Chen. The Coaches Award. The Coaches Award is one that I take a lot of heart in and a lot of thought on, and this is for me a leadership award. It doesn't take skill, it doesn't take a lot of things to be a great leader. What it does is it takes energy and enthusiasm and a great deal of care for your teammates. Who else would say classmates? But for your teammates. And for this young lady, I have had the pleasure of coaching her for the past 3 years, and she has come with a smile on her face and just energy to go, and she's usually leader in the locker room or in our circles at the beginning of games, whether it be giving little comments or little side eyes to people as they go along. Rosalind, your energy and leadership through the year has been. And last but not least, if our seniors could just stand up. Woo! Seniors are not allowed to play in JV volleyball games and conference games, and we did not have a single out-of-conference game this year yet. The 3 seniors that we had came to every practice with energy and enthusiasm, willing to help mentor our younger players, so thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, my name is Elle, and I'm a member of the varsity tennis team. For the first 3 days of practice, we had 40 girls on one volleyball court, which on one hand was a bit chaotic, but on the other hand was a beautiful sight. After team assignments, we had a team full of talented, hardworking varsity volleyball players who were ready to expand their skill set, compete, and have fun along the way. While we competed against some great teams, all improved, worked through various injuries, adjusted and hosted the first round of the VRC tournament as the 4th seed, advanced to the VRC semifinals against a tough number 2 state-ranked team, and there was absolutely no shortage of fun. Karaoke bus rides, crazy dinner excursions, the epic Chili's versus Long John Silver's games of Don't Drop Charlie, laughs about Choji, and many, many laughs are just a few of the memories Coach Anderson and I will forever cherish with this group. Seniors, you are giving so much to this program, and we are both so proud of you. We will miss you greatly, but want you to remember you arrive as players, depart as family. So you will always have your volleyball family here at VES. With a young program and a great deal of talent, we are already looking to the bright future of VES volleyball. Please join me in welcoming head volleyball coach Summer Jones.
So first, I'm going to announce the award for Most Improved. This player asked me every single day if I would stay after and hit balls at her to the point where I'm like, I really need to go eat dinner. But never was a lack of hustle from this girl. Asked, what position would you like to play? She said, Coach, I'll play whatever you want me to play. I just want to be the best I can and help our team. Anybody in the gym knows that she is our vocal leader and just an all-around amazing player. We're looking forward to having her back next year. Our Most Improved is Kayla Williams.
I drove a bus, I don't drive, and I got to create some special memories with some special girls. So the Bishop Award goes to this player. She is very versatile. She didn't want to play the position that we put her in, but because of circumstances, we had to put her there, and even though she told me she didn't want to do it, she did it and did it well. And so it goes to none other than my birthday twin, Christina Montes. Okay, the next one is our MVP for defense, and this player has played for 4 years for the varsity team. She is an insane libero. I would get on the stand, which stands about 3 feet over top of the net, and crank balls at her, and she would just smile and say, hit it harder. She is undeniably one of the best passers I've ever seen. I've coached at various levels. She works harder than anybody. She's a leader. She's always smiling even underneath her mask, and is one that really brought the team together this year. We're incredibly proud of her. Our MVP for defense is Emma Bell. The Coach's Award goes to somebody who always came to practice with a smile on their face. She was a complete leader, even on days that she didn't feel well. On our last game,
versus Covenant, which 2 people got concussions, coach threw up, she twisted her ankle, that was a lot. But yeah, even in getting her concussion, she still wanted to play. She told a little tale and said that she didn't feel like she was getting sick, but we had to take her off, unfortunately. But her grit on the bench just shows what kind of a leader that she is, and that is Virginia Hayes.
Okay, this next player, I'm really excited about. She joined the team after a few days, and I actually, for the first 2 weeks of the season, thought she was a junior, and I was really upset about, man, I wish we had her for a few more years. She is just a crazy good hitter. Put her in the first game, blocked so many balls, super intimidating at the net, and really, really motivated every single player on our team to get better. She's even laughing right now. Ellen Lewis. For offensive MVP goes to someone who just had a really pretty kill. Every time she came on the court, I was really excited to see what she could bring to the table. Last year, she had told me she wanted to play volleyball. I was like, okay, then play volleyball, and she did. And this goes to none other than Kyra Cornett. This year, to see from where we were last year, like Mr. Lake said, to where we are now is just incredible. We're so proud of all of our student athletes, so thankful to our parents, and just everyone that supports athletics at this school. Mr. Bob Lake needs a great round of applause. Mr. Lake works really hard to get all of us great games, get us good schedules. And it's really an art, and as much as I like to take credit for all of his great work, he really does an excellent job and deserves a lot of thank you and gratitude. Also, Mr. Winston, who kept a lot of us healthy this year. Absolutely could not have done it without his assistant, Harrison. And I know all of us love to eat. So we need to make sure tomorrow when you go into the dining hall to thank every member of Meriwether Godsey. They packed you meals to go, they held dinner. Sometimes they would provide dinner before. Nobody wants to go hungry, and they really helped us out. So make sure that when you go in tomorrow, you're really grateful to them, as well as the members of SSC, who if you're on the field, paint your lines, mow your grass in the court, they scrub our floors. It would not be possible without them. We really need to say thank you to everybody because it's a really big group effort. Also, Miss Hannah Deloach, who made the video for you all at the beginning. And make sure you thank all of your teachers and administrators and dorm parents
parents who came and watched you play. You might not realize it now, but in a couple of years, you're going to look back and see how much it really meant to have people standing behind you when you're out on the court or on the field or running. It's a great thing. So really, we're very thankful for everything you've done this year. We're looking forward to a great winter season. Good night.